Never get too close to a polar bear, not even to save it. Because when rescuers tried to pull one off a melting ice sheet, something happened that no one expected. And once you hear what the bear did after it was saved, you'll wish it had stayed lost. Somewhere off the northern coast of Canada, there's a stretch of freezing ocean where ice sheets break apart like paper. It's one of the most dangerous places on Earth for polar bears. They hunt on the ice, they live on it. But when that ice gets too thin, they're as good as gone. A group of wildlife officers got a call. A distress signal, actually. A research drone had spotted something strange. A single polar bear, alone, clinging to a crumbling slab of ice, drifting fast away from land. Now, normally, polar bears can swim long distances. But this one? It wasn't swimming. It wasn't moving. It was just lying there, still, as if it had given up. Or worse, like it was waiting for something. The ice was too unstable to get close by foot. A helicopter had to be dispatched, and that's when things started to get weird. When the helicopter hovered above the ice, the bear didn't react. No movement, no flinching, not even when the rotor blades blasted wind across the ice. One of the rescue officers, named Lena, leaned out to get a better look. She later said it felt like the bear was watching her without moving its head. Its eyes were open, locked onto hers. Not scared, not desperate, just cold. And they dropped a tranquilizer dart. Direct hit. The bear didn't even twitch. 15 minutes later, they lowered a harness and started lifting it into the air. But as it rose, something terrifying happened. The bear opened its mouth, not to growl, not to roar, but to scream. Not like an animal, like a human, like a person underwater, screaming with their last breath. Lena said her blood ran cold. She dropped the radio. Everyone on board froze, literally and mentally. It wasn't just a sound, it was a feeling, a pressure in their chest, like something wasn't right. Something about this bear didn't make sense, meaning someone or something had found a body and believed it was this exact bear. So what was this? Third sign, surveillance footage from the night after the rescue. The bear still sedated, lying in the holding pen. But at 2:37 a.m., cameras picked up movement. Not from the bear, from the shadows behind it, as if something stepped out from inside the wall. A human shape, too tall, too thin, walking behind the bear, then vanishing into the corner, where there was nothing but concrete. The next morning, when the staff arrived, the bear was gone. No open doors, no broken locks, just an empty pen and deep claw marks on the steel floor. Marks that didn't match a polar bear. They were too long, too sharp, too human. A week later, a fisherman 50 miles away spotted a massive shape on a nearby ice ridge. He thought it was a bear, so he reached for his camera. But before he could click the shutter, it stood up on two legs and turned. He didn't take the picture. He dropped the camera and ran. When the search team checked the ridge the next day, they found only one thing, a trail of prints. But not paw prints, footprints, huge ones, with long claw marks dragging behind each step, and they led straight into the water. That was the last confirmed sighting. But in the months that followed, reports kept coming in. Farmers in the Yukon hearing low, growling voices outside their cabins. Fishermen finding seals on the ice, skin clean, as if someone cut them open with surgical precision. And then the final report. A station near the Arctic Circle picked up a repeating signal on a dead frequency. It wasn't in any known language. It sounded like growling mixed with static. But when slowed down, you could hear the words, "Not alone, not done." The signal was traced back to a buoy, one that had gone offline during the original rescue. The team recovered the buoy. Inside it, they found a chunk of ice. And inside the ice, a set of human teeth, perfectly preserved, filed to points. So what really happened that day? Was it just a normal polar bear caught in a deadly situation? Or was it something else entirely? Something wearing the body of a polar bear? Something waiting for humans to get close? Some say it's a cryptid, a kind of Arctic shapeshifter. Something ancient that lives beneath the ice. It watches, it waits, and when the ice gets thin enough, it crawls out. Others say it's a warning that nature doesn't forget, that when we mess with the balance, even with good intentions, nature remembers, and sometimes sends something back. Whether or not you believe it, one thing's for sure, that bear was never seen again, but something out there still walks, still watches, and it knows our scent now. So next time you're near the ark and you hear something crunch behind you, don't turn around. Just walk fast. Watch the next video before it finds you first.